Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Football versus Maths. In this episode, we'll be looking at the Italian Serie A, and as you can see, my setup is a bit different this week, but I'll cover that in a second. First of all, let's get that intro started. All right, guys, welcome back. As I said, here we're looking at Serie A, episode number 19. And about my setup, I'm right in the middle of moving house. So actually, we've already left the last place and we're in the new place. However, as the post always does, stuff just doesn't show up on time, right? So my green screen has been in the post for about a week. Still waiting on them to find out where it is and for them to deliver it. A bit of a disappointment. You can hear this kind of echoey at the moment. This will also be gone next week. Because like right now I'm not in the spot where I want to be recording. Waiting on desks and that kind of stuff to arrive. So yeah, next week everything should be back to normal. A couple of changes this week. We've added some slides, so let's move right in here. This is the one slide looking back at last week's results. As you can see on the right side here, we've got the predictions that we made last week. On the left side here, we've got the results. And here you can see as well, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 predictions that we made last week that were correct. So the more green, the better. Also, what we're doing this week is we are also placing a bet on every single match, right? So normally we do two things. We look at the correct result, all right? So the win, draw, loss. And we also look at the exact score. So for the exact score, we're sticking to the system we have, right? Where we want to see value. But when it comes to the correct result, so the win, draw, loss, we're placing a bet on that on every single match in every single league this week. Just to mix it up a bit. Sure, it's still an experiment anyway, right? So why not? Let's get started. Very first match that we will be looking at here today is Sassuolo versus Crotone. Sassuolo and Crotone. Last time they played against each other, Crotone won. Crotone is coming off a loss themselves, Sassuolo off a win. We are expecting Sassuolo to win here 2-1. So as I said, even though we're not getting the expected value that you can see here, we're still going to place the bet anyway this week, right? When it comes to the exact score, we're not getting the value either, and we're not placing that one. We're sticking to that one, right? So I hope that's clear. For all the newcomers, obviously, please like the video if you like the content. Subscribe if you want to stay up to date with all of our predictions every week. And don't forget to check out our Twitter channels as well. We've got a Twitter channel for every single different league. And you'll find it in the YouTube info. All right, guys, moving on to the next one. So next one up here is Udinese versus Roma. Roma lost the last time they played against each other. Roma is also coming off a draw, and Udinese is coming off a loss. So what we're predicting here today, though, is a 1-1 draw. Right? So once again, we are placing this bet. However, even if we weren't doing what we're doing this week, we would have placed it anyway because we're getting the value here. When it comes to the exact score of 1-1, we're not getting the value there, so we're not placing this one. Okay. So moving on to the next one. Next one up is Atalanta versus Cagliari. Atalanta coming off a very convincing 4-1 win against Lazio. Cagliari, on the other hand, actually coming off a 2-0 loss against Lazio. Head-to-head, Atalanta won the last time, and we're expecting them to do so as well here today. We're predicting a 2-1 win for Atalanta. So there we go. I'm just going to click through that there. So as you can see, even though we're not getting the expected value for either of the bets we normally place, we're going to do it anyway and go ahead and predict that or place the bet for Atalanta to win. Okay. Next one up is Parma versus Hellas Verona. Parma coming off a loss, 4-1 loss against Bologna. Hellas Verona coming off a 1-0 win against Udinese. The last two times actually they played against each other, Hellas Verona won both. However, today we're looking at a draw here, and we're looking at a 1-1 draw to be more precise. So once again, we're placing a bet here for the draw, but we're not placing it for the exact score. Okay, moving on to the next one. Lazio versus Inter. So as we just saw a minute ago, Lazio lost 4-1 against Atalanta. Inter beat Benevento 5-2. And the last time the two teams played against each other, Lazio won 2-1. And we're expecting them to do that again here today. Right? So we will be placing the bet for Lazio to win. We will also be placing for the exact score of 2-1, because as you can see here, the expected value is positive. That's pretty good. Okay, next one up is Benevento versus Bologna. So, as we just kind of mentioned a minute ago, Benevento lost against Inter 5-2. Bologna won 4-1 against Parma. Last time they played against each other, actually the last 2 times they played against each other, Bologna won both. And we're expecting them to do here again today, right? So we're going for a 2-1 away win here for Bologna. So we'll be placing that. When it comes to the exact score, we came pretty close getting the value we needed, but not close enough, so we're not placing that one. Okay. Next one up is going to be, here we go, Milan versus Spezia. However, because Spezia just got promoted, we still don't have enough information, so I'm just going to skip through this one. We're staying away from this bet here this week. Hopefully next week, maybe the week after, but I'm kind of hoping that we'll be able to start predicting their matches as well next week. Okay, so Juventus versus Napoli. Juventus coming off a draw against Roma. Napoli coming off a convincing 6-0 win against Genoa. The last time they played against each other was a draw. This time, however, we're expecting Juventus to win. We're going with a 2-1 home win for Juventus. And so as you can see, we're placing that bet here as well. Juventus to win, but we're not placing a bet on the exact score. Okay, that was the Italian Serie A for this week. Obviously, guys, once again, thanks for watching the video. If you like the content, please like the video. Also, subscribe if you want to stay up to date with all of our new predictions every week. And yeah, that's it for this week. And thank you very much. See you in the next one.